Secrets of Faith, a series based on Bible stories. Episode 5, The Tower of Babel. Following the devastation of the flood that forever changed the face of the earth, the sons of Noah scattered across the world, sowing the seeds of humanity in the still damp and virgin soils. Among them, the sons of Shem, Ham, and Japheth shaped their destinies with trembling yet determined hands, thus forging the first civilizations on the canvas of a reborn world. From the lineage of Japheth, the explorer and adventurer, arose figures like Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tiras. Each of them embarked on their own journey, exploring new lands and founding communities on the islands scattered across the seas. On the other hand, from the lineage of Ham, the enigmatic and bold, emerged names like Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. Among them, Cush gave rise to a prolific offspring, including Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, and Sabteka. But it was Nimrod, the brave hunter, who rose as a legendary figure, founding a powerful kingdom that stretched from Babylon to the lands of Assyria. Lastly, in the lineage of Shem, the revered and wise, were born Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. These men and their descendants flourished in fertile lands, establishing cities and communities that would endure throughout the ages. Thus, the sons of Noah, in their diversity and multiplicity, traced the first chapters of human history, populating the earth and shaping the course of future civilizations. Their legacies endure in the fabric of nations and cultures, reminding us that we are all part of the same intertwined history, woven together by the thread of time and human experience. As time passed, in the heyday of humanity after the flood, in a fertile and prosperous land that stretched between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, lay the ancient city of Babel. In the plain of Shinar, its walls rose imposingly, protecting its inhabitants and safeguarding its riches, while the streets bustled with the activity of a hard-working and enterprising people, where the sun caressed the earth and the winds whispered ancient secrets. In those days, the people of Babel looked up to the sky with awe and reverence, marveling at the immensity of the stars and the vastness of the firmament. But among them arose a bold desire, a dream that ignited the imagination of the most intrepid hearts, to build a tower that would reach the heights of the sky itself, a structure that would defy the limits of the known and connect humanity with the divine. Thus, the leaders of Babel, inspired by an ambitious vision and their craving for fame, summoned the most skilled architects, the most dexterous masons, and the shrewdest engineers to shape this monumental project. Under the command of a visionary named Nimrod, the people of Babel united in a titanic effort to erect the tower that would reach the stars. With burning determination in their hearts, they said,
"Let's make bricks and bake them thoroughly."
The brick replaced stone, and tar served them as mortar, and they set to work on their great project. Rising above the plains, their city began to take shape, each brick a testament to their unity and ambition. Day after day, the city resounded with the sound of hammers and picks, while the foundations of the tower were secured in the earth and its walls rose towards the sky. The determination of the people was unshakable, and each stone laid was a step closer to their shared dream of greatness and glory. However, as the tower ascended to the heights, so too grew the arrogance and unbridled ambition of those who built it. In their desire to challenge God Himself, they lost sight of the humility and reverence they should have had before the divine. They boasted of their ability and boasted of their power, forgetting that their greatness depended on something greater than themselves. But as the city rose higher and higher, reaching towards the heavens, the divine gaze of God descended upon them with disapproval. Seeing how the Tower of Babel rose as a challenge to his authority forged by pure pride and ambition, God decided to intervene.
I see that they are one people, speaking the same language. This is what they can do when they have only begun to do it, and nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them.
And with a whisper of winds and a rumble of thunder, he sowed discord among the builders, confusing their languages and scattering their efforts. The city suddenly resonated with chaos and confusion, and those who had once worked together in harmony now found themselves divided and separated by insurmountable linguistic barriers. The Tower of Babel, symbol of human greatness, became a monument to vanity and arrogance, an enduring lesson on the dangers of unchecked ambition and pride. They could no longer understand each other, their great project stopped, and they were forced to abandon their city of dreams. And so, the construction of the Tower of Babel remained incomplete, its upper levels crumbled into abandonment, and its foundations lost in the sands of time. But its story would endure in the memory of humanity as a reminder of the limits of human ambition and the need to respect divine designs. Humanity dispersed across the face of the earth, divided by the linguistic differences imposed by God. Families and communities were forced to separate, each seeking to settle in new lands and adapt to their new linguistic reality. The ancient civilizations that had collaborated in the construction of the tower dispersed in different directions, taking with them their knowledge and traditions. New cultures and societies emerged, each with its own language, customs, and ways of life. Throughout the centuries, these diverse civilizations thrived and evolved independently, giving rise to the cultural diversity that characterizes the modern world. Great empires arose, such as the Egyptian, Sumerian, and Assyrian, each leaving its mark on history and contributing to the development of humanity in different areas, such as architecture, agriculture, writing, and the arts. Despite the separation imposed by the confusion of tongues, the different civilizations maintained sporadic contacts over the centuries through trade, migration, and wars. These cultural exchanges contributed to further enriching human diversity and fostering the exchange of ideas and knowledge among peoples. The Tower of Babel marked a turning point in human history, leading to the dispersion of civilizations and the emergence of the cultural diversity that characterizes the modern world. Although initially it was an event that divided humanity, it also laid the groundwork for interaction and exchange between different cultures, thus contributing to the enrichment and evolution of human society. Arphaxad, son of Shem, was the father of 6 sons, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Reu, Serug, and Terah. Each name had its own story. But the fate of the rest of the story would start with Terah, a man of wisdom and courage who led his family on a journey from the land of Ur to the land of Canaan, guided by a vision of a promised land. With him traveled his son Abram, his grandson Lot, and his daughter-in-law Sarai, whose sterility weighed heavily on their hearts. But as they traveled, they encountered challenges and difficulties, testing their faith and determination. However, despite everything, they remained steadfast in their belief that God would guide them to their destination. Over time, they settled in the ancient city of Haran, where Terah died at the age of 205 years. Abram lived surrounded by the warmth of his family and the comfort of the familiar. But one day, a voice, soft but imperative, spoke to him in the depths of his soul.
"Leave your country, your people, and your father's household,"
said the voice.
"Go to the land I will show you."
And so, Abram found himself at a crossroads, torn between the security of the known and the promise of the unknown. However, deep in his heart, he felt a movement, a call he could not ignore.
"I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse, and all peoples on earth will be blessed through you."
The voice promised him greatness, blessings without measure, and a name that would resonate through the ages. It spoke of a land where every step would be bathed in divine favor, where blessings would rain down upon him and curses would wither in his presence. With a heavy heart but a firm resolve, at the age of 75, Abram gathered his belongings and set out on a journey into the unknown. At his side walked his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, a constant companion amidst the uncertainty. Together, they traversed deserts and crossed rivers, their hearts filled with hope and anticipation for the land that awaited them. And as they journeyed, they carried with them the promise of a future filled with blessings and prosperity. But little did they know that their journey was not only physical, it was a journey of the soul, a search for purpose and meaning in a world filled with challenges and trials. And so, with each step, Abram, Lot, and Sarai drew closer to their destination, guided by the voice that whispered in their hearts and the promise of a land where dreams would take flight and blessings would abound. But they had no idea of the great trial that God was going to place in their way. Thank you for watching Secrets of Faith. If you enjoyed it, remember to subscribe and activate notifications so you don't miss the next episodes.